Imagine wielding a firearm that poses as much danger to you as it does to your target. Scary, right? Throughout history, several guns have become notorious for their flawed designs, unreliable mechanisms, or outright dangerous handling. These firearms, often born of ambitious engineering or impractical innovation, are infamous for their deadly flaws. Let's explore a list of 10 dangerous guns that shouldn't have been made. Number 1. Canadian M1905 Ross Rifle. The Ross Rifle was designed to be Canada's answer to the high standards of long-range marksmanship. Chambered in .303 British, it initially excelled in controlled environments such as shooting competitions. The rifle featured a straight-pull bolt action system, which allowed for faster cycling compared to traditional bolt-action designs. With a long 30.5-inch barrel, it boasted impressive accuracy at long distances. However, the M1905 became a nightmare on the battlefields of World War I. The Ross's tight machining tolerances, intended to improve precision, made it highly susceptible to dirt and debris, which would frequently jam the action. Even worse, a catastrophic flaw in the bolt design meant that if it was reassembled incorrectly, the bolt could be ejected into the shooter's face when fired. Soldiers often discarded their Ross rifles in favor of captured enemy weapons, particularly the more reliable Mauser. The Ross rifle was eventually replaced by the Lee Enfield, a far more robust design that could withstand trench conditions. Number 2. Colt Patterson Model 1839 Revolving Shotgun. The Colt Patterson Model 1839 revolving shotgun was one of the first attempts to adapt the revolver mechanism to a shotgun platform. It fired smoothbore rounds from a rotating cylinder, and in theory, this design allowed for multiple shots without reloading. Chambered in 16 gauge, the shotgun had a long barrel for increased range and a heavy, durable frame. In practice, the weapon proved incredibly hazardous. The cylinder's design often caused poor alignment with the barrel, leading to chain fires, where multiple chambers would ignite simultaneously. This posed a severe risk to the shooter's hand and wrist as hot gases and shrapnel exploded outward. Additionally, the weapon's weight and excessive recoil made it impractical for rapid or accurate shooting. While it demonstrated the ambition of early firearms innovation, the Colt Patterson revolving shotgun became a symbol of the risks associated with unproven designs. Number 3. The LeMat Revolver. The LeMat Revolver, a sidearm favored by Confederate officers during the American Civil War, was a unique but flawed weapon. Its design combined a 9-shot cylinder for .42 caliber bullets with a secondary smoothbore barrel beneath the main one, capable of firing a 20-gauge shotgun round. This gave the LeMat considerable firepower in theory. In practice, the revolver was heavy and unwieldy, weighing over 3 pounds when loaded. The loading process was time-consuming, involving individually placing rounds into each chamber and the shotgun barrel. The firing mechanism was unreliable, with frequent misfires and a tendency for the cylinder to jam under heavy use. Additionally, the shotgun barrel's trigger required manual switching, further complicating its use in combat. Despite its intriguing design, the LeMat revolver was impractical in the chaos of battle, leading many to abandon it in favor of simpler sidearms. Number 4. Shot Machine Gun. The Shot machine gun, issued to French forces during World War I, is widely considered one of the worst machine guns ever deployed. Chambered in 8mm Liebel, the Shot had a theoretical cyclic rate of 240 rounds per minute, fed from a 20-round half-moon magazine. The weapon's lightweight design, achieved through extensive use of stamped steel, made it easy to carry. However, its open-sided magazine exposed ammunition to dirt, mud, and debris, causing frequent jams. The recoil-operated action was prone to malfunction, particularly during rapid fire. Furthermore, the gun's flimsy construction made it unreliable in harsh battlefield conditions. Soldiers often preferred to abandon the Shot in favor of bolt-action rifles or scavenged enemy machine guns, cementing its reputation as a cursed weapon. Number 5. Nambu Type 94 Pistol. The Nambu Type 94 pistol, produced for the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II, is infamous for its unsafe design. Chambered in 8mm Nambu, the pistol was compact and lightweight, with a 6-round magazine capacity and a simple blowback action. Its most dangerous feature was the exposed sear on the side of the frame. This design flaw allowed the pistol to discharge if the sear was inadvertently pressed, even when the trigger wasn't pulled. This made the weapon a hazard during handling and transport. The pistol's ergonomics were also subpar, with a small, uncomfortable grip and poor balance. Combined with its weak cartridge, the Type 94 was a deeply unpopular weapon, earning nicknames like the suicide gun among collectors and historians. Number 6. FP-45 Liberator. The FP-45 Liberator, a single-shot pistol developed during World War II, was designed as a covert weapon for resistance fighters. Chambered in .45 ACP, it had no rifling, making it inaccurate beyond a few feet. Its barrel was a mere 4 inches long, and the entire gun was made of cheap, stamped metal parts. While inexpensive to produce, each unit cost just $2.10. The Liberator was practically useless in combat. Reloading required the user to remove a spent casing with a stick and insert a fresh round manually, taking precious seconds. It was intended to be a psychological weapon, with the idea that resistance fighters could kill an enemy soldier and take their weapon. However, its impracticality relegated it to a symbolic role rather than an effective tool of war. Number 7. Gyrojet Rocket Pistol. The Gyrojet rocket pistol, developed in the 1960s, represented a futuristic approach to firearm design. Instead of firing bullets, it launched small, rocket-propelled projectiles. The rockets accelerated as they left the barrel, theoretically increasing their lethality at longer ranges. The Gyrojet's issues were numerous. The rockets were notoriously unreliable, with many failing to ignite or deviating off course. At close range, where traditional firearms are most effective, the rockets had low velocity and were often non-lethal. The pistol's lightweight aluminum construction made it fragile, and the cost of manufacturing both the weapon and its ammunition was prohibitively high. Despite its innovative concept, the Gyrojet was a commercial failure and remains a curiosity rather than a practical firearm. Number 8. Smith & Wesson Model 53. The Smith & Wesson Model 53 revolver, chambered in .22 Remington Jet, was marketed as a high-velocity handgun for hunters and enthusiasts. Its 6-inch barrel and precision rifling offered excellent accuracy, and it was capable of firing both .22 Jet and .22 LR with the use of chamber inserts. Unfortunately, the revolver's design was plagued by issues. The high-pressure .22 Jet cartridges caused significant gas expansion, which frequently locked up the cylinder, preventing subsequent shots. The revolver's intense muzzle blast and recoil were disproportionate to the small caliber, making it unpleasant to shoot. These flaws led to its rapid discontinuation, with the Model 53 becoming a footnote in Smith & Wesson's history. Number 9. Mars Automatic Pistol. The Mars Automatic Pistol, designed in the early 20th century, was one of the most powerful handguns of its time, chambered in proprietary cartridges like 8.5mm Mars and .45 Mars. The pistol's long barrel and massive frame allowed for impressive muzzle velocity and energy. However, this power came with drawbacks. The gun's recoil was extremely difficult to manage, and its complex, gas-delayed blowback system was prone to failure. The pistol's heavy construction made it unwieldy, and its intricate design required meticulous maintenance. Despite its innovation, the Mars was deemed too impractical for widespread adoption, and production ceased after a limited run. Number 10. Bren 10. The Bren 10, a semi-automatic pistol chambered in 10mm auto, was introduced in the 1980s with high expectations. It featured a steel slide, polymer frame, and a double-stack magazine with a capacity of 10 rounds. Its powerful 10mm cartridge offered superior stopping power. However, production issues plagued the Bren 10. Magazines were often unavailable or poorly manufactured, and the gun's high recoil made it difficult to control. Additionally, quality control problems led to inconsistent performance and frequent malfunctions. While it gained fame as the weapon of choice in Miami Vice, the Bren 10's real-world shortcomings led to its commercial failure.